This is nothing. This, however, is something a little bit intriguing. Because at long last, I decided to jump into a brand new world. The world of virtual reality. This is the Oculus Quest 2, also known as the Meta Quest 2. I decided to finally buy into getting one of these today, and let's take a look at what we've got in the box. Obviously we've got, I believe this is a glasses adapter, which I've got to say feels very, very weird to touch, so that can go off to the side. Over to here we've got a little USB plug, which I think came with it, I'm not quite too sure. Okay, as it turns out the answer to that was no. On top of all that, we also have ourselves over the back here, if I can get to it, this, which is the original charging cable. We have our controller for the right hand side, and also our controller for the left hand side as well. And on top of all of that, we have the prize piece of the puzzle. This, the actual Oculus or Meta Quest 2 itself, and also this thing as well. Now, if you get one of these things, most likely you're going to have one in slightly better condition than this, because I decided to buy it used, because the promise was the 5-year warranty. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got, specifically with the controllers first, because we've got ourselves a Y and an X button on here, and a little, I guess, like joystick looking thing. And on the right controller, we've got a B and A little joystick thing over here, and also both of them have triggers on the sides. Now, before we go any further, we've got two quick disclaimers. One thing, if I get any comments about the nails, I know I'm working on it. And disclaimer number two, by the way, I don't know how I'm going to be able to set this up, so if I get something that works, then, well, I'm going to be very happy indeed. Moving on to the headset itself, if you look here, we've got two little, I guess, like screen things you can go ahead and look through. And going to the underneath, I believe we've got the buttons to go ahead and actually turn this thing on, which I think is that one just there. We've also got two cameras as well, here and here, which also help us with positioning. On this side, we've got a button of which I don't really know what it does, and I see a little reset hole over here. On this side, we also have ourselves an audio jack and on what I believe is a USB-C port to go ahead and charge this thing. And now comes the fun part, trying to turn this thing on, because I don't really know how this thing works, so we're just going to go ahead, start it up, and hope for the best. Now, the VR headset itself is on. I don't really know if you can see anything on it, but I'm going to try and go ahead, set it up, and see how far we get. You know, I'm glad I picked a charged battery for this. So apparently all that pairing work I just did was for nothing, because these weren't even, they didn't even have a battery. I feel stupid. As you can see, now we've got ourselves a little menu here. You can see some controllers, and if you just go ahead and go to resume, we've got ourselves VR chat, which hopefully, if I remember rightly and try and get everything working, should be a-okay. I don't know how well my, casting thing is going to work, because that's how I have to do this. I have to cast from this to my computer, which is somewhere over there, but you can't quite see it. And hopefully, if that works, then we should be, kind of set for some future VR content on the channel, maybe something cool, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. So there we go. I guess I've also got everything working. Somehow I've not broken anything in VR. I just hope that my laptop knows how to record like this. So I'm going to hope for the best. So that should hopefully film, and I can use that as some sort of practice video. Hope. If I can do that, that's going to make my life a lot easier. I'll just have to figure out what was it? Audio volume. That's where it is. Audio volume. Whee! Level done. FC. I'm happy with that. That's good. That is very good. Rank A. That's better than I did yesterday. To be fair, yesterday was also when I just gotten used to it. So. Yeah, oh my good god. So I am way down that list. Cool. Good to know. And so there we go, a little bit of gameplay for you just to show you what it's like being actually in VR itself, and I've got to say the recording method number 2 has been a lot easier, recording straight from the little headset itself. The only problem I've found is trying to get the audio mix correct between the microphone and of course the game audio volume, because one of the flaws with the Meta Quest 2 is the fact that you can't have a separate audio mixer for your microphone and for your game. But I've got to say though, it does make life a lot easier having the inbuilt recorder in there, so maybe if you want to make videos, you'll have to to find a way to have an external microphone or just turn down your volumes in games and really hope for the best. Now, I'll probably make a video in a couple months' time as kind of like a follow-up to this of how it is just, a few months down the line since I've had it. Or if the people at Meta kindly wish to, sponsor me a Quest 3, then I wouldn't be complaining. But overall, I've got to say, for the price that I paid for this thing, I can't fault it. It's genuinely a really, really good headset, especially if you're just starting to get into virtual reality. The only thing I would say though is definitely make sure you got enough space, because that's one thing that I do struggle with in this place, is making sure you got enough space to use all of these without clunking this into the nearest door, hedge, person, animal, or very carefully built Lego structure. In the meantime though, all that's left to be said are two things. One, let me know if you actually want to see some VR content on the channel, because I've got a lot of very good future plans. And two, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And if you have a Quest 2, let me know what you think to it in the comments below. And also, hopefully my Beat Saber playing didn't scare off anybody. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Tech out. See ya! Right, okay, I'm gonna get that level this time.